Okay. I would like to welcome you today to this meeting, and I would like to thank you also for joining this meeting. My name is Orit Rehany, and I am trying to create a buzz for my book, River of Tears, River of Hope, and it's a general book, hopefully, and it's a legacy book, generational book. Many personalities are teaching us a good lesson, and we're learning from everyone's experiences in life. So I would like to ask you, Vicky, the first question is, what are your strengths, and how did you learn to apply them to your life?
Oh, gosh, Orit, thank you so much, first of all, for having me, and I'm so grateful that you believe in me and in Inspiration University and what we're doing, so I thank you so much.
I think it's great what you're doing, the Inspirational University. It's just amazing.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to doing some more. We've got a lot of great surprises coming up for everybody. I've got, some things they're bubbling at the surface, so I'm looking forward to sharing those with everybody. One of the things, if I can say, is that we do have our radio show coming up. So I'll talk about that maybe a little bit later. But you did ask me what my strengths are, and how I apply them to my life. And I think that God gave me the happy gene, and that's a real gift. When you're gifted with a smile, when you're born with a smile, it's a blessing, because a smile is a blessing to yourself and it's a blessing to others. And I know that I have a smile that makes other people feel comfortable. I know that when I meet someone new, that I'm able to make them feel at home with my smile. So I've been able to make people comfortable being around me because, as you know, Orit, I'm a very tall woman. I'm the size of the average American male. I'm 5'10". Not a small man. I am the size of an average man. So I can be intimidating to some people just by my physical appearance, my stature. So I had to work on that and make that not so scary to some people. Because let me tell you something. I put on some heels and, suddenly people are starting to check me for an Adam's apple, I can start to, it can start to get pretty intimidating. So I work on trying to make people feel comfortable, and that is, I think, one of my my biggest strengths is that I have the ability to talk to anyone. I'm not afraid, because I know that they've had their own struggles and that they've had to get through life just like I do. I always put myself on their level, and I've met some very big stars in my life. I was in the broadcasting industry for a number of years. I've dated some very successful men in my life, and not one of them have come through their life without some sort of set of challenges. So if I focus on the fact that everyone is equal and I'm equal, it makes it easier for me to do whatever it is that I need to do and to accomplish. So with that said, I've been able to open doors and places where other people may have been intimidated by it. And I work at making people feel very comfortable with me through my smile. I also have, God gave me the ability to see that 30,000-foot view of a project. And, so I may not have the strength to finalize and put together all of the details of that project, but I can see the big picture. And I know how to get there to the end of that. I just need somebody to help me out with the details. And, I need to learn to delegate. But those are, I think, some big strengths. So I'm my smile and the fact that I was given by God the happy gene, that I've been able to be comfortable and try and make other people comfortable in any environment, any situation, and that I have the ability to see a project from the higher ground and see what it looks like and see what it is when it's finished, before it is finished, and I can see the path. So those are the things that I've learned, and I've been able to apply them to my life and I've been able to apply them to my business. So it's been a godsend. My smile and my happy gene have been a godsend, I tell you.
You have a beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you.
So,
thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So my next question is, what makes you really fearless? You almost answered it.
Well, I don't know that I'm fearless, and I'm not sure that anyone is really fearless.
That's true.
But what I do in the face of fear is that I stare fear down, and I power my way through it, because I know that most people would turn away and run the other way. So I know that if I can get through it, I'm going to win, simply because I did something that others would not attempt to do. And I'm just pretty determined. I also don't fear making mistakes, because we all make them.
Exactly.
We learn from each and every one, Orit. If you don't learn from your mistakes and you continue to make them over and over and over again, well, there's a bigger problem there.
Yes.
I may make a mistake, but if I walk away being better at something, especially something that will, help me make an impact on others, then I'm okay with that. I've always been someone that either says, lead, follow, or get out of the way. I've had that ability because I'm not shy, thank goodness, to be able to do what I do. I've been able to step into that leadership role, and, if there isn't a better candidate in the room, or if nobody wants to do it. I'm not afraid of doling out responsibilities to others and asking other people to step up for the betterment of the group or the betterment of the project. So I'm pretty good at getting everyone to do their part. And like I say, it's seeing that big picture, that 30,000-foot view, where I can always see that destination. I can see the road, for the most part, and help others, kind of join and feel good going on that journey with me, and that's really important. So, am I fearless? No.
Yeah.
But am I, I could be the person that runs down the path and goes down in the other direction, but I choose not to do that most of the time.
Yeah.
There are other times when I do get scared, and I try to talk myself into looking at things in a different light if I do have some fear of some situations, because I do. I think we all do.
We all do. We all do. It's how we control them.
Right, exactly. So I don't know that there is such a thing as a fearless leader. I think that there's somebody that will power through fear, and that's,
yes.
I think, the difference.
Exactly. You just swim through this ocean of fear, if there is an ocean of fear, but you just go through it.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is an ocean for some people. Sometimes for some people it's just too big for them to believe that they can overcome, because we can all overcome it. It's just a matter of your belief system.
Yes, if we believe that we can do it,
then it will.
Yes, then you.
Right.
Yes, you will succeed.
Yeah, exactly. You'll succeed in that fearful state. Exactly right. You will continue to be fearful no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So with that said, being just powering your way through it, and one of the things that I do when I am fearful is I use a technique, and I use it a lot. This is actually a technique that I use a lot. I use it every time when I'm going in front of a big audience to speak, or I'm going into a room with who I perceive as to be very powerful people, people that, there's always that fear of judgment and the fear that I'm going to mess up, or all of those things. What I do before I go into a situation like that is that I get down, whether it's on my knees, figuratively or literally, I get down and I give the responsibility of the outcome of whatever's to happen, and I put it onto the shoulders of God.
Yeah.
Say, what happens now, because I've prepped as much as I can prepare. I know as much as I'm going to know until 3 minutes later when I walk into the room or I walk onto the stage. I know that I have done as much as I can do, because it's over. I mean,
exactly.
The prepping part is over. So what I do is I put the responsibility of the outcome onto the shoulders of my God and ask for many blessings and ask for a positive outcome. And that's typically, I'm here with my dog. But that so far it's worked for me. You know, I've got a really good batting average with that one. That one's a good technique, and I recommend that to everyone. There's actually been a lot of studies, particularly at Harvard and at Stanford, that did that very study where you take your situation that you're walking into and you put the results of it on the shoulders of a benevolent being, your God, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Is if you put that responsibility of that outcome onto his or her shoulders, you will be a lot less nervous, and it will be a lot less frightening experience for you. So that's what I do. That's one of my little tricks.
Yes, you just say, I did what I can do, and now it's up to...
It's on God's shoulders.
It's on God's shoulders. This is...
Right.
I tried my best, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
I always do my best. And I shared on Facebook the other day a book that I read called The Four Agreements. And I don't know if anybody's out there that's read it, but it's an amazing, amazing book. I highly, highly recommend it. And one of the agreements is that we have to have is always do your best.
Yes. If you do your best and you know you did your best, then whatever the outcome is, it's not on your shoulders.
Exactly.
Because your conscience is clear.
Right.
So,